Well, let's go now to those dawn raids which happened in Sydney. Police arrested 3 men and a teenager who they say are connected to Friday's fatal shooting outside Parramatta Police Headquarters. Police accountant Curtis Cheng was killed by 15-year-old Farhad Khalil Mohammed Jabbar, who was then shot dead by special constables at the scene.
Well, authorities are now probing what motivated the teenager to undertake such violence. Our reporter Anne Barker joins us now from outside Parramatta Police Headquarters, where this all played out last Friday, and take us through the day's events and what we know about the men arrested.
Sure. Scott, as you suggested, there were 200 police that were involved in today's raids, which happened around 6 a.m. 5 men were arrested. 4 of them, they're saying, were directly connected to the shooting here at Parramatta Police Headquarters last Friday. They're not saying exactly how, but they're suggesting that those 4 men were somehow involved in radicalising Farhad Jabbar, the 15-year-old boy who shot dead Curtis Cheng, the police employee here last Friday. They're also investigating whether one of those 4 supplied the gun that was used in that shooting. Now, 2 of those people arrested today also have been past or present students at the same school as Farhad Jabbar. A 22-year-old man, Mustafa Dirani, was a student at the Arthur Phillip High School, and another boy, a 16-year-old who can't be named, is also a current student and was a classmate of Farhad Jabbar. Now, that's in addition to the 17-year-old boy that was arrested yesterday, who's also at that school. He was arrested only about 100 metres from the school gates. So now these raids today, of course, were sparked by earlier raids a year ago. You might remember they were described at the time as being the biggest counter-terrorism raids in Australian history, and they were sparked when an Australian man fighting with Islamic State in Syria, Muhammad Ali Barialai, allegedly rang another man, Omarjan Azari, who is in jail at the moment here in Sydney, and directed him to kill a random member of the public. So there's quite a web of people there, if you like, connections both at the school, outside the school, and in fact they're saying that a lot of these people also were known to congregate at the Parramatta Mosque here in Parramatta. Now, the Assistant Commissioner of the AFP, the Australian Federal Police, Neil Vaughan, today talked about the rise in, the fact that the threat level in Australia does still remain high.
We are in an unprecedented time of operational tempo. It is not going to slow down in the foreseeable future. The threat level remains high for a reason, and that is a terrorist attack is likely.
And Anne, do we have any more updates on the men that were arrested this morning? Any sense of what might have happened to them throughout the day?
Kumi, all we've heard just in the last few minutes, in fact, is that 2 of the men arrested today have now been released. Both of the men who were 22, including the 22-year-old former student at that Arthur Phillip High School. I can't tell you any more than that at this stage.
And has there been any comment from the state government about the events today?
The New South Wales Premier Mike Baird also spoke to the media this morning. Now, he said that he's open to the possibility of giving New South Wales Police added powers if they're necessary, and he also spoke of the fact that we're in an era of an increased risk, if you like, of terrorism.
We need to understand that we are in a new world. The risks that are emerging are new. We have to adapt to them. We have to respond. And we will. But certainly, my strong assurance to the people of New South Wales is that our schools are safe.
Premier Mike Baird speaking earlier today. And Dan, yesterday police arrested a schoolboy who went to the same school as the Sydney shooter from last Friday over threats that he allegedly made to police and comments that he allegedly posted on social media. Has he been charged with anything?
Yes, he was charged yesterday. He was arrested about 100 metres from the school. He was arrested over Facebook posts, or he was stopped in the street, I should say, firstly by police over a series of Facebook posts that he'd made. And he was charged with assault, intimidating police and 2 counts of resisting arrest. Now, he was released on fairly strict bail, but he will appear in court next month.
Anne Barker, thanks so much for the update.